Yep.
Okay, so thank you very much for sending us your CV. It looks very interesting, and we'd like to discuss the role with you further. Before we do this, we'd like to explain a little bit about what the role is and what we're looking for. So we're a global company based out of London in the UK. We have offices in the Middle East, in Nigeria, in Africa, and in Bombay. And we are looking for talented, enthusiastic developers to continue work on a platform, a global platform, which we're building, which is focused around the interior design and high-end modern furniture space. So we have furniture showrooms across the world. Our flagship showroom is in London. We are a multi-award-winning design practice with a 30,000 square foot showroom in London, pretty much well regarded as one of the best showrooms in London. And we are building a multi-faceted platform for the B2B and the B2C industry. We've already started building this platform, which you can see at the moment. It's a e-commerce as well as a lead generation, as well as a data dissemination site. Every line of code is our own. We haven't used any platforms at all. Tremendous flexibility. And our intention, we're working it as a startup, basically. So our intention is to get our product finalized by the middle of this year and then go for funding, which hopefully will allow us to then start marketing this platform globally. In addition to this platform, we have built an end-to-end order management system. Again, every single line of code has been written by our in-house team and our CTO, who I'll introduce shortly. And it's an incredibly powerful system that allows us to track from the lead generation online straight through to the sale, purchase ordering, invoicing, delivery, logistics, order management, a whole load of data analysis and tracking, and a load more. And it's this system that we're going to continue to build on. So we have two custom-built systems that we own, which we're going to be marketing to different markets. We're going to be white labeling it and selling these two systems. And we're looking for skilled, enthusiastic developers to join our team. The key thing about our role is that you don't need to know everything. The key thing about our role is that you just want to have a search for learning, and you have to be really enthusiastic about learning new technologies. Our CTO, MA, is an extremely experienced developer. He's worked across numerous languages. He's worked for the last 25 years in many, many different fields. He's worked in the UK, in India, obviously. He's worked in the US and has an incredible gift for new languages and new technologies. And you will be having the benefit of working directly with him and for him and training underneath him, which will give you a wealth of opportunity and learning, which you will not be able to have access to anywhere else. I'm gonna ask MA to talk now a little bit about about his background, where he's trained, where he's worked, and the types of projects that he's worked on previous to this. So over to you, MA.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for applying again to FCI. I'm just going to introduce myself very quickly, and then I'm going to jump into what I am expecting for the work to be done. I'm just going to say that I'm a computer systems engineer from Rensselaer Polytechnic in the US, that I've been working with Department of Atomic Energy in India, doing automation systems. I've been working with aggregator taxi booking services, and recently I've been working with IIT Bombay in soil monitoring and IoT solutions. It's a wide range of things I do, but mainly I'm focused on web development now, and also a lot of automation systems that we're working with. So I'm just going to get into this system now and what I'm expecting. So basic languages you would need to know is PHP. And we have a system which you can see that we have kept all our PHP here. You can, it would be fairly straightforward PHP. If you know PHP, you should have a problem, or if you can learn it quickly. But like basic syntax like this should make sense to you. Like what is a function, what is a class. So this would be your PHP would be your backend. We have a database which is in MySQL, and it is controlled by a PDO. But already I have made some helper classes, so you'll be able to access the database very easily. And the end result will be something you can see like something like this, where we have created a complicated form, and it has a lot of interactions with the user. It sends emails. It does some hashing, checking. So it's not something that you would have not seen, but you would have seen this ready made, and this is actually custom made. So if you had seen worked with Magento or something, a lot of this thing would be ready made. But here it is custom because it gives us flexibility to change it and customize it like how we need to. So this would be a backend where all the orders get processed, and everything that comes into FCI goes through this system. And this system is where you will be working mainly on basically building new features, testing old features, adding different stuff. You'll basically need to work with PHP. You'll need JavaScript to know about how to render things in the front end. If there's some interaction, some pop-ups, so you would definitely need to know JavaScript. And HTML and CSS, you would need to know, but you would not be designing anything new, because we have other people who will be actually making the HTML part of it. But it would be definitely good for you to know HTML and CSS. Everything is done from this control panel that we have. You can see we have the users here, and you can look at each user and you can see what revisions they have done, what parts they're working on, what date, time, change, thank you message from showroom form to CTA text. So basically,
So just to jump in, what we're saying is that a strong level of JavaScript experience is necessary. A strong level of PHP is necessary with SQL experience, and HTML and CSS we will be teaching you. We will put you together with other team members who will help you and guide you, so that over a period of time your HTML and your CSS skills improve dramatically if you don't yet have them. However, PHP, JavaScript, SQL is essential. If you don't have these skills, at least 3 years experience, please, it's not the right time for you to apply to us. Sorry, carry on, Emmy.
Yeah, so like if you were to look at something like a class like this, I'll show you a simple example of a class. And this class, if you take a look at this code, it says PDO class extends app extends PDO. Then I've got some database stuff here. I've got some stuff. So if I were to give you this class, you should be in a position to be able to use it. Like for example, it has a function called login. So if you need the user to log in, you can log out a user. You can, add, edit. You can see there are lots of these functions I've made, send email from send in blue, send email with many attachments. So there are different types of functions, but you should be able to say that, okay, I'll take a class and I will be able to use this. You should be in a position to use this. So I say edit something in the database. So you'll have to call this edit function, pass him a table name, pass him the data you want to change. And so just by looking at this, you should be able to use this function. And by looking at this code. So that's basically the requirement. And then later on, you'll be writing these kind of functions to do different things like, delete a record from the database, or check a value in a table, get duplicate values. So count the number of rows. So all these functions are pre-built. But you should be able to use them in the sense, how do I generate a random password? So you can get my random password function from here. So there are lots of these functions. Basically, you won't really write the nitty-gritty code. You'll have to just use these functions to put things together. You should have a proper understanding of how the software works. It's not about you knowing all the syntax, but the logic should be clear in your mind. Okay, these are the steps I need to do to accomplish this task. And if one of those steps you are getting stuck, definitely we'll have people who will tell you how to do that step. But the step should be clear in your mind. It shouldn't be that you are looking for something ready-made tool to do something which might not fit in, because our as Firdaus has said, it's a very custom-made, very highly user. It's tailored to highly user, whatever the user needs has been done inside this. So you will have to basically do that. And there are some basic other stuff, like we have a control panel where we have FTP and SSH, and we have some repository. We have hooking up with some third party like Send in Blue. Some APIs will be used. HubSpot will be used. Some knowledge of Google Tag Manager to how to add some tags into the website and remove them. A little knowledge of webmaster tools will be also helpful. For example, if it gives you an error saying that there's structured data error on your page, then it would be good if the programmer knows how to resolve such issues. I think that's about it. And then we'll be giving you a small quiz. So once you go through that small quiz, we shall get the results and then we will get back to you. Firdaus, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of this role is that you don't have to spend 3 hours traveling a day. Typically, most people travel at least 1.5 hours. And the beauty of this role is that you save that time. Okay. You can work from home, you can work flexible hours. We have quite a good system that we use for logging in and logging out. So it's a part-time or a full-time role. We are looking for either. There is a lot of work to do. So it will suit somebody who wants to spend time around the house, who has a good internet connection, who can work from home, who enjoys working on Skype with a global team. You'll be working with our team in Bombay. You'll be working with MA, who's our CTO. You'll be working with me. I'm based in London, and the rest of our UK team. We also have team members in South Africa who you'll be working with. So you'll be working with a variety of different skill sets. We have SEO specialists, we have PPC specialists who you will also learn from. And it's a great learning environment. So if you want to learn, not just sit and do, this is a great place to join. Rajesh has been with us for nearly 8 years. Rajesh, what do you have to say? Anything you want to add to this?
No, nothing.
Okay. That's it. All right. So please continue with the next stage of exercise, and we'll go through your CV, and we'll come back to you once you've finished the test, which we are also including in this in the link to this email.
Yes, and thank you very much. And I do look forward to speaking to you all personally, one-on-one, very soon.
Thanks.
Thank you.